Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat on the way in. Shout out to Tennessee, everyone. Shout out to Tennessee. So yes, the third link is, as Saint Cyr says, the Duck Deuce in Glorilla song. Just say that because, of course, it is fitting um, um, for this conversation. And you can see for those of us from the South, right? Not the South, the South. Um, we instantly know what that music's video referenced, and it's also Project Pat Chickenhead, right? So the music video is literally just like lifted right off of Project Pat's Chickenhead. And the first time I ever saw this, however long ago, I instantly thought, yeah, that's Project Pat. That and shout out to Duck Deuce and Glorilla for that song. But yeah, and so and the song is fitting because just say that. Now, shout out to BGS for covering this and for going back in the history with us. Um, and I want to continue by saying Black women have to have a real conversation with non-Black men, namely white men. The days of beating up on Black men, the days of claiming loyalty to Black men are over. There is far too much data. We're not just speaking about the swirlers and divestors. There's far too much. Y'all give Z a second because Z's car is talking to him. Wait a minute.
From current location.
Okay, there we go. The days of Black women claiming loyalty to Black men are over. There's far too much data, far too much information, far too much stats that are coming out, and just anecdotal evidence of Black women speaking about their lust for white men, attempting to shame. I can find the videos of Black women shaming Travis Kelce for dating Taylor Swift. I can find the videos of Black women just speaking so reckless about Black men for the attention of white men, to ingratiate themselves into white society, right? So Black women have to have a real conversation with white men, right? About white men not choosing Black women in real significant number, not for interracial sex, not to have mixed babies with, but for marriage, right? Now, once again, this applies to Latino men, but not so much. This applies to Asian men, but not so much, and that's East Asian and South Asian men. This applies to indigenous men, but not so much. This applies to Middle Eastern men, but not so much. Arab and whatnot men, but not so much. This is specifically towards white men, right? Small hat white men and WASP white men, white Anglo-Saxon Protestant white men. Black women have to sit down with white men and ask white men, why aren't y'all marrying us in any significant number? We are putting ourselves in your environments. That's in school. That's in neighborhood. That is in career. That is in when the clubs and bars we may attend. And yet you aren't marrying us. Once again, we're not speaking about white men approaching you and flirting with you. We're not speaking about white men having sex with you. We're not speaking about white men having mixed children with you, but not marrying you. We are speaking about walking across the aisle and marrying you. And if you want to follow tradition, you taking on his last name, him presenting to you in public, him wanting to be seen with you, holding hands, walking down the street, walking down the sidewalk, being in the malls, going to plays and movies, right? Going to the family reunion, to the Christmas party, etc., etc. Because this is not happening in significant enough number, the anger and the resentment and the ire at white men not marrying Black women and showing that enough white men view Black women as desirable enough to marry, right? The anger, the resentment, and the ire gets directed towards Black men. Black women's resentment and anger and ire gets directed towards black men. Not only that, black women wage a propaganda campaign against black men. Not only that, black women get to claim loyalty to black men that they may or may not have. Right? That is what you saw exhibited by this young Nigerian black woman. This is her way of peacocking around. There's a pun in there. Peacocking around, begging white men to save her from Blackistan. She is Nigerian descent. She shouldn't be subjected to being stuck in Black America with Black American men. Now, being Nigerian descent, you would think she would have no problems being with a Nigerian descent black man, or that she would finish school and maybe travel back to Nigeria and find her a husband, a Nigerian husband. But apparently, for her, the best route is to defecate on black American men, American black men, as she said, so that she can appeal to white men. In other words, this young lady said, I'm going to say the same things you say, racist white man, in an attempt to appeal to you by saying, I think and feel the same thing about not about black men that you feel about black men. Right? The reason why we cover this is to show the length and the extent that certain black women are willing to go in their attempts to appeal to white men, and to kind of unveil some of the resentment and the anger that black women have for not being able to perform femininity and womanhood the way white women do. Once again, the myth of white womanhood. The goal here is to be the middle class, upper middle class, rich and wealthy white woman. Right? Until black women grow the courage, the ovaries, to do what you saw in that first video, right? And we covered that back when it happened, where black women were attempting to, and young black women for the most part, were shaming this white guy for doing the 50 dates in 50 states. It's a white man, young white man who traveled around the country, and he dated a different woman in every state, and it was pretty much all white women. Once again, he's a young white man. And what you saw was black woman after black woman, usually a bit younger, who felt a certain way about that. And I have to find the video with the collage of different black women, because Phil, the first link that I have, Phil only showed this one black woman, but no, it's a collage of different black women who felt insulted that this young black man only dated, once again, for the most part, white women, right? White man dating white women. I say, dear black women, continue that. As a matter of fact, increase your shaming tactics on white men for not dating, more importantly, marrying black women. Huh? So instead of us having a conversation about how black men are inadequate, instead of us having a conversation about how black men aren't loyal, instead of us having a conversation about how black men make fun of dark-skinned black women, instead of us having a conversation about how black men don't appreciate dark-skinned black women's features, their nose, their hair texture, etc., obviously their skin tone, instead of us having a conversation about how black men are inept and black men refuse to rise above white supremacy racism that is targeted particularly towards them, so that they can make black women, once again, middle class, upper middle class, rich and elite white women, instead of us having that conversation, maybe it's best if black women put their political and social capital and energy into shaming more white men into marrying them. Maybe we should raise our little girls, black girls, particularly the dark-skinned ones, into the once they are of dating age, depending on their parent, or if that's during their college years or post-college years, once they are of dating age, they should date interracially, primarily to white men, but date interracially first. Let me know how that works for you. But still, huh? If the goal is to truly be fully integrated into America, and for many black women, maybe not all, maybe not most, that's debatable. If the best way to fully be integrated into America is for black women who deem themselves as the lowest caste, because intersectionality has informed them that being black plus woman is at the very bottom, particularly if they're LGBTQ. For black plus woman to end up with white plus man is how you see whether America is fully being integrated. If enough white men of means, in particular, of status, end up with black women, married to black women, in nuclear family, right? 2.3 children, et cetera, in the suburbs or in very exclusive neighborhoods. If this is how we will show that America has progressed, that is something that black women have to take on. That is their project. Is to appeal to white men, is to appeal to white families, is to shame white families into making white men of means marry black women, particularly downtrodden black women. Bring her up, educate her, put her in position. That way you can be a power couple, right? We need to end this conversation about how inept black men are because white men refuse to marry black women in any significant number. We have to end this conversation about black women's loyalty, their undying loyalty that actually harms them and hurts them. Their undying loyalty to black men, because once again, non-black men, particularly white men, refuse to marry black women in any significant number. And the best way for us to end that conversation is for more and more black women to attempt to shame and guilt white men, particularly white men of means and status, into marrying black women. I didn't say have sex with. I didn't say have oops mixed babies with. I'm saying to marry black women. Be rich and famous and marry darker skin, more West African features or featured black women. Walk her across the red carpet with you. Tell the world how you couldn't be anything without her. Huh? This is the only way for black women to truly feel like they are integrated in America. This is the only way for America to truly show that it's integrated. We have to end all of this television shows and movie and propaganda and media that's showing way more black women married to white men than there actually is going on in the United States of America, in these United States. No, it actually has to be happening on the ground floor in insane numbers. 20 some odd percent of black women need to be married to white men. Huh? I didn't just say men, non-black men. No. 20 some odd percent of black women, particularly darker skinned black women with kinkier 4C curled hair and wider noses, West African features, right? Preferably medium to bigger build, need to be married to white men and they need to stay married to those white men. This is the only way for black women to truly feel like they're integrated into America. It's for something like a fifth to a quarter of them to be married to, let me say it again, married to white men. Mixed children going to nice schools, being accepted into Ivy Leagues, becoming president of the United States of America, being CEO of Fortune 500 companies. Huh? This is the only way for black women to truly feel like America is equal and says what it is on paper. Huh? Shout out to the young like Nigerian black woman, right? With her black men feel like black women aren't deserving of, right? the large majority of black men, all of those things that she was saying. Young lady, just end up with the white man, right? Just go end up with the white man. You don't have to do all of this. This is unwarranted and unnecessary. Just go end up with the white man. Shout out to Edward Anderson, right? The Keisha store. Come pick her up, right? Huh? Come pick her up as is. Let's end this conversation where black women get to continuously badger black men about how and um I can't recall. I think it was Saint Cyr who sent me the clip of Daily Wrap Up Crew with those black women speaking about, and it was the one. Z, it's too easy. It's too easy. One particular black woman claiming how much white men value her look, and she don't have to pull up all this makeup and all these nails and acrylics, and she can walk with her natural hair, and white men are much more likely to value that than black men are. And shout out to the brothers who gave her serious pushback on that. The only way for her to stop doing that is to end up with the white husband and not care what black men got to say. Anything short of that is just going to be this constant onslaught of beating up on black men because white men refuse to marry black women in any significant number. Right? Then we can finally end this crystalline kerosene, Chrissy swirler conversation. This Lexus Exodus um and mahogany pink divester conversation. This Cynthia G, I'm trying to destroy the black community conversation. Right? This divested zealot, Samantha Cooker, Deborah Cooper conversation. The best way for us to end this is for white men to marry black women, right? Dear white men, come get them. Right? Dear white men, come and get these black women are open, pun intended. They are desirous. They want their white husband and their 2.3 mixed children. Right? They want to be your wife. They want to be walking across the red carpet with you. They want you to be president and them be your wife. They want to be president and you be their husband. Huh? This is black women's goal. Black women sit in total envy of Asian women. They sit in envy of white women. And if you, dear white men, if you want the black community, according to how you speak and how black women speak, if you want the black community to stop being a burden on America and on non-black taxpayers, then the best thing you can do is marry black women, dear white men. Right? Marry black women. If you want to show black men how it's supposed to be done, marry black women. Huh? Marry black women in a significant number. 20 some odd percent of black women at least need to be married to white men. I did not say non-black men. I said white men specifically. Huh? So, dear black women, just say that. Walk up to white men on your college campus, university campus, white men that you work with at the office, white men that you work with at the factory floor, young white men that you work with at retail, at fast food, right? All across the service industry. Whoa, pun intended. And just say that. Say it's not fair, white men, that you're not marrying black women in any significant number. Just say that. Speak to your older white coworkers, the women, and say it's not fair y'all don't raise y'all sons to marry black women. Just say that. And dear white men, if you have any reservations about why, just say that. Dear black women, too many of you are too many social justice warriors. Shout out to Chrissy. Too many of you care about what happens to other black people, namely other black men. White men should be able to delete black men with impunity, and black women say nothing, actually cheer it on. It's already happening, but okay. White men, just say that. Just say to black women, I'm not interested. Just say that. Just say to black women, we could already have sex fun with you when we want. Why would we marry you? Just say that. Just say that. Just say, hey, I would marry a black woman, but I want my uncle's classic 69 Mustang, and he won't give it to me if I'm married to a black woman. Just say that. And for those of you who are married to black women and you love your black wife, just say that. Just say to black women, look, I'm married to you, but for the most part, white men ain't doing that. And if you disagree with Mr. Z, then just say that. I don't know what this black guy's talking about, but our issue with black women is that, we just don't see you enough. Not enough of us live around you. Not enough of you live around us. Or we just think that too many of you are social justice warriors. Or we just think too many of you want to end up with black women and black men. That was a Freudian slip. I guess there is a significant amount of black women that do end up with black women. Huh? Just say that. Dear white men and black women, y'all have to have a serious conversation amongst yourselves without white women in the room and without black men in the room. However that turn out, it turn out. Y'all have to have a serious conversation. Right? 800 get Keisha. Exactly. What's going on, Spain man? Right? Our operators are waiting now. Right? And Victor Creed says, our women just speak in catchphrases. Right? And soon enough, they won't be our women. That's if you count them as our women now. No, dear white men, come get them so they could be your women. Right? Come marry at least 25% of white, excuse me, they want to be white women. Come marry somewhere between 20 to 25% of black women at the least. It doesn't count if you're not married to the black woman. It doesn't count if that marriage doesn't last at least 10 years. The mixed baby does not count. The I used to date, have sex with a black woman does not count. No, marry for at least a decade. Oliver, this is hysterical and accurate. And Oliver says, if they don't want to pay reparations, least they can do is come get Keisha. So to that young Nigerian woman, I say, young lady, end up with the Nigerian brother. If you can't end up with the Nigerian brother, end up with the white dude, or vice versa. Go have your best chances and opportunities with the white dude. If that fails, go back to Nigeria, end up with those Nigerian brothers. If the Nigerian brothers in America will not have you. And if that failed, go end up with another woman. Huh? Spain man says, no money down, bad credit, no credit, it's all good. Come get them, dear white men. Come get, pun intended, by the way, come get Keisha. Come get black women. That way we could dead this conversation about loyalty to black men. We could dead the conversation about loyalty to black men. And by the way, dear white men, if you come and marry black women, a large chunk of those black women will stop calling America racist and stop calling white men racist. As a matter of fact, if you're lucky, they might start calling black men racist. They already are. Huh? You can hide behind them when you do or say something racist. I can't be racist. I have a black wife. Huh? I can't be anti-black. I have a black wife. It doesn't matter if I deleted this young black man and I shot him 17 times. Huh? I have a black wife that I love very much, and my mixed children are doing well. It doesn't matter if my mixed son has a Confederate flag in his living room. Huh? There's a lot of positivity and good things that can come from white men and black women marriages. Huh? America gets to claim it's not racist anymore. It's not anti-black anymore. Huh? Racist, anti-black white men get to hide behind their black wives and mixed children. Right? Oh no, dear white men, there's a lot that you can gain and achieve by having a black wife. The Proud Boys get to claim they're not racist because a few of them have black wives. Don't you want to be able to hide behind your black wife when you do something racist towards a black man, towards another black woman? Huh? When you hunt and delete a black man, when you purposely don't hire a black woman because she's black at your job? Huh? Right? Don't you want to be able to hide behind them? America, right? So yes, let's end this conversation about how racist America is by having more and more white men once again not just date, have sex with, not just have oops babies with, but marry black women. White men need to marry black women in significant number, right? It can't just be a propaganda campaign as it is now. Every other commercial, Mr. Z is exaggerating, y'all understand? Every other commercial, every other television show with a black character, namely a black woman, she has to have a white boyfriend, white husband, white love interest. Huh? Let's stop just the propaganda. No, white men, you have to marry black women, particularly, once again, darker skinned black women, 4C curls. Don't you want black women to continue to tell black men, look, he's the one who appreciates my skin tone and my features, and you don't? Right? Huh. Don't you want that? Don't you want more and more black women to shame black men? Look, a white man actually finds me attractive. He actually likes my nose, and he likes my hair texture, and he likes my skin tone. And he's okay with the fact that I weigh 200 pounds, 250 pounds, 300 pounds. Huh? So let's end this. And shout out to the young Nigerian descent young lady for helping us to get here in the conversation. You're correct, ma'am. Fine. You're correct. right? This is why you don't date American black men. Fine, right? May the odds be forever in your favor, ma'am, with the white husband, right? Right? May the odds forever be in your favor, ma'am. Not with just the white baby daddy, nope. Not with the white sugar daddy, nope. Right? Not with the white boyfriend, not with the white sneaky link, not with the white coworker that you do certain strange things with during lunch break. No. May the odds forever be in your favor for the white husband. Hmm? And Trell Bentley says the new Beverly Hills Cop movie on Netflix. Eddie's daughter has a white man as the movie's romantic interest. Yeah, all of that. We remember the movie with rest in peace Bernie Mac, Zoe Saldana, and who was it? Was that what was his name that was married to oh, I forgot what his name is. That was her soon to be husband, right? No, stop it with the movies and the television shows. Let's actually make it happen, right? Yeah, Ashton Kutcher, thank you. Let's actually make it happen, right? We have far too many people. Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat, right? And Lithium, thank you for that. Trell, Detroit, Charles Finney, right? Ishmael says Brandy has a white man as a romantic interest in her new film also. Yeah, let's end that. No more propaganda campaigns. Ooh, look, America's not racist. Look at our new television show with the black woman with the white man. No, 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 no. Let's actually make it happen. Right? No, I know who Ashton Kutcher is. Right, I know who Ashton Kutcher is. Right. Huh. So this young lady, you don't have to do all this. The black men don't know how to appreciate black women trope. Let's kill that. And the best way for us to do that, once again, is for white men to marry black women and for black women to shame and guilt the white men that may not, I don't know, right? No, 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 no. Make white men marry black women. Huh? Make white men marry black women. And dear black women, speak to black women, speak to white men's families. The dog the bounty hunter thing, no, let's kill that. Have your white boyfriend shame their fathers and mothers and grandparents. Huh? If you want to speak about keeping the vagina away from black men, fine. Your little white sneaky link, keep the vagina away until he makes his white mother and father accept you as his future wife, as his bride. Not as just a girlfriend that he has a little fun with for a year or two, 9 months, 6 months, and then toss. Nope, 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 nope. Right? Thank you. And this should really be the campaign. And Spain Man says Black Women, White Men 2024. Yeah, that should really be the campaign. That's the real campaign. Trump Biden, no, Black Women, White Men 2024. That's my vote. Right? Then we could end all this. White men value me more. Stop it. Walk across the aisle so that we could see he actually does value you more than black men do. It don't count until the ring is on your finger and you are across the aisle. Right? And when we see that happening with black women, particularly darker skinned West African featured black women, and at least 20% to 25%, then that's when it counts. Anything short of that doesn't count. A whole lot of mixed children doesn't count. A whole lot of black women talking about, the first person to ever tell me that I was beautiful was a white man. It was a white boy when I was in high school. Right? No, that doesn't count. Right? White men treat me so much better. They know how to value me. They pull the chair out for me when we go on dates. They open the door for me. It doesn't count until the wedding, till the end of the wedding, actually. After the court license, after the wedding, that's when it counts. 10 years in, that's when it counts. Anything short of that, it ain't real. Now, black women, you could start throwing white men in black men's faces as if we care, but that's besides the point. Let's stop with black women claiming disloyalty because white men refuse to marry black women. And Anubis, I saw your comment earlier. Why would white men why marry your concubines? That's besides the point. Right? No, let's make the political statement. And they're going to comment, who marries their concubines? No, that's besides the point. Right? The political statement needs to be that we marry black women over here. We value black women. White men value black women. Right? So it's not about having them as co-workers. It's not about having them as employees. It's not about having them as bosses. It's not about having them as neighbors. It's not about this is my wife's best friend. Nope, 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 nope. We as white men value black women so much we have married them at 20 to 25%, and our divorce rate with them is only 15%, 20%, because we value them that much. Right? That's what it need to be. And Black Guru says, and thank you for this, and Black Guru says, a white dude who has guts and dough, who has guts and dough, he could work a polygamy deal featuring white black sister wives. Exactly. An ultra liberal white woman and hardcore divester black woman would do it, especially if they are into scissoring. Hysterical. No, I think that's a thing, right? I think that's a thing. As a matter of fact, aren't there couples? There was a couple like this. There was a couple like this on YouTube. As a matter of fact, wasn't there an article about this also? A white couple with the third, I guess, wife, air quotes, wife being a black woman. There's a few of these running around. As a matter of fact, right? Raj, you got to finish that statement. And the Raj report says, where do you get off saying white men don't value black women more than black men? White men have gone through a lot of trouble to make sure black women could. You got to finish that, Raj. Right? Because if this young lady said a large majority of black men, she said not all black men, a large majority. So if a large majority of black men do not value black women, then the best thing we can do is find the suitable suitors, right? Isn't that where all the swirlers, divestors, and all these black women are trying to live their best life, but the black men is just being an anchor to her ankles and she can't help, but she's so loyal to black men? No, cut it. You don't have to be loyal to black men. So the suitable suitor for you is probably a white man. And I, for one, am not going to get in your way. Right? I, for one, am not going to get in your way. So I'm about advertising. Right? G says, Adam 22 just got a mixed side chick. No, he need to marry her. Right? What state is it? Utah? Go to Utah, marry her. That you there. You got 2 wives. Right? Hitflix is and talking about those kind of poly relationships. And Hitflix is there was one and the black chick eventually got dumped. No, he needed to marry her and stay married to her for at least a decade. Shout out to the Roger rule. Exactly. At least a decade. It don't count, dear white men. It doesn't count until it's at least a decade. Right? And the Roger report says, where do you get off saying white men don't value black women more than black men? They went through a lot of trouble to make sure black women could be on welfare without the support of a husband. True. Good point. Good point. Right. Right. For those of us that saw the Ole and Friends live with FD Signifier, Foreign Man in a Foreign Land, Quaytan, and Herbie, when Ole was reading that comment that was sent to her by a black woman, what did the black woman say? Yeah, white men, essentially I'm paraphrasing, white men messed up in the past, but they're doing so much better now and they value us like this. Yeah, let's test that. Let's test that. And Split Jim says, LOL. Thank you for the super chat. Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat. And a Split Jim says, LOL. Black plus woman, white plus man. Yes. Black plus woman, white plus man need to be married in at least 20 to 25% in America. Right? Black women need to become the new Asian women when it comes to white men in America. How else can America truly shows that it's not anti-black, it's not racist, right? But to have black women married to white men anywhere between a fifth and a quarter of black women being married to white men, being taken good care of. I'm not necessarily speaking about white men further down in the economic ladder. Nope. Middle class, upper middle class, rich and wealthy white men. Elon Musk need to drop everything he's doing and start producing nothing but mixed children with black women now. Jeff Bezos needs not to get married to that Latina and end up with a black woman. Huh? Mark Cuban needs to be married to a black woman. Right? Bill Gates needs to be married to a black woman. Warren Buffett needs to be married to a black woman. What's his name from LVMH? Don't matter. Not even from America. So what? Needs to be married to a black woman. Huh? Richard Branson, black woman. He's not even American. Don't matter. Jack Ma, black woman. He's not even white. Don't matter. Huh? What's the Indian dude from Google? Black woman. Huh? Mark Zuckerberg, drop your Asian wife. Black woman. Huh? Let's dead this conversation of black women's supposed loyalty to black men. If not enough, be honest, black women. If not enough white men want to marry you, then just say that. Stop with all this fake loyalty talk. We're more loyal than black men. Okay. And the best way for us to have that conversation is for black women
Just start dating black men as early as humanly possible. Whenever your parents think you're of dating age, whether it's 14, 16, college years, post college, right? Huh. I'm awful says, if only I had the Infinity Stones. Hysterical, right? And a split gem once again. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. And Gyogami, thank you for the super sticker. Huh? And Gyogami also says Dr. John Henry Clark said that in one religion ideology, blacks seek to out Muhammad. Yeah, I remember this. Out Muhammad, and out Christian the Pope. Similarly, black women must out white supremacist white women to catch white men's attention. Say that. And this is where divestors come in. But I'm not simply speaking about divestors, right? This is bigger than divestors and swirlers. I'm saying random black women. White men need to be chasing black women down and proposing in front of everyone. Don't even matter. I never seen her a day in my life. Here's the ring. Marry me right now. Right? Huh. Thank you. And this is my thing, Raj. We need to start the campaign. And the Raj report says it's enough white men that 100% of black women could be married to black women. There would still be plenty left over to marry white women to continue producing white people. This is my point. This is what we need. This need to be the campaign, right? Dear white men, black women are ready, and they're open, pun intended, right? And Joe says Serena ahead of the game, and they'll bleach themselves to live in hell. We'll watch the magic trick with our own two eyes over a few years. They'll go from dark skin to light skin in front of everybody's eyes, right? Blonde wigs and all, from braids to blonde wigs. They'll bend over backwards, pun intended, for you, Mr. White Man. Come get them, right? Right? From braids and plaits to blonde wigs, from dark skin to light skin. Magic trick. Right? You see the power of you, Mr. White Man? You done turned a dark skinned black woman into a light skinned black woman. About to be white and fluorescent in our faces in a minute. Huh. This needs to be a true campaign. Like I said, this is not Biden versus Trump. This is voting. What needs to be on the ballot is Initiative 783. Full taking your tax dollars and pushing and advertising for more black women to be with white men. We'll start matchmaking programs, open restaurants and bars, open schools where it can only be black little girls with white little boys. So eventually they end up together. Colleges and universities with black young women and white young men. Yeah. Right. The Swirl Initiative 783. Right. Huh. And Black Uru says, what if every serious consideration a black man makes to commit to black women requires DNA testing that reveal how much of a variety of non-black semen residue in their system? I don't think it's all. And to be honest with you, I don't think it's a majority. I think a large minority, though, of black women, I think a large minority of black women would be so, and first of all, to get them to take the test, which would already tell you what they're on. I think a large minority of black women wouldn't be able to cross that line to marriage with a black man. Uh-oh. Huh? A lot of those black women that had those lonely nights and they started dealing with their white male coworkers. A lot of black women that were, when they were at college away or when they were at university away, were having fun with Brad, come back to the hood, live with their mother for a little while, right? Start working, get their career together, get married to a black man, act like that season in her life never happened. Yeah, a lot of black women, I think a large minority of black women will be like, no, 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 no. Yeah, there's a reason for that, right? Huh. Anubis, we know this, right? And Anubis says, white men believe in in Tom Likas. Big women are for broke men. White men don't want big black women. Besides the point. Besides the point, right? And I wish black women would grow some ovaries and be just insanely overt with white men. Stop all this campaign of how horrible black men are, and this is why you won't date black men. No, 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 no. Let's stop that. No, white men, look, and like I said, just say that. White men, I want to be with you because I want the status of being a white man's wife. I want the mixed children. I want the lifestyle. And once again, Gilgami, thank you for the super sticker. Thank you for the super sticker. Right? The best way to fix America and to show how much America has progressed since the 1950s and 60s is not just to have television shows with black women with white men. No, to have just innumerable amount of mixed relationships with, once again, black women with white men, mixed children, successful mixed children, right, who go on to do great things and can't be just a little bit here and a little bit there. Nope, nope, nope. Right? Because according to this young lady, a majority of black men don't value black women. They're not used to black women having standards. Isn't that what she said? Huh? Black men are not used to black women having standards. Then end up with the men that are used to women having standards. Right? Her best rendition of a upper middle class, not even upper middle class, sorry. Her best rendition of an elite aristocrat white woman. You see her with her tone? We could dead all of that, just throw the white man in her face. Boom, here go your white man. Get out of our face. Right? Oh man, Black Uru said all orifices, and Black Uru says we're squabbling. I'm sorry, I said squabbling. We're swabbing. I think you meant to say, and white peen DNA testing all orifices, eyeballs, nostrils, and ears included. It's funny because it's definitely a thing, right? It's definitely a thing. Oh man, right? So no, I just wanted to come to y'all with this today, because this is a thing. This is a thing. We have way too many black women speaking like this young lady. And I think we need to have more black women shaming white men into marrying them. And Black Uru says you can never be too Surzy. No, we need this. It's needed. Black women, white men 2024. Right? Save the country. Right? Instead of these two geriatrics, right? Shout out to Terrell Bentley, the feeble-minded versus the lunatic. Instead of us being stuck between this, no. Black women, white men 2024. Save America. Your last and best hope for America. That should be the slogan. Your last and best hope for America. Black women, white men 2024. right? This is the only way. And so, I just want to come to y'all with this. Shout out to BGS for covering this. Um, and yeah, this is old. This is old. Black women pretty much begging white men. No, 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 no. Let's end this. Let's take it up a notch. Start shaming white men. Out and out shaming white men. I saw a clip where a young lady, and you could tell she kind of cringed at watching the response of some of the black women that felt a certain way about the white dude doing the 50 dates in 50 states. And to that young lady, and she was a darker skinned young lady, and I'll actually add it in the description for the replay gang, so you can see what I'm referencing. But yeah, no, 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 young lady, no. And the reason why I'm saying that is because she mentioned some television show and saying, "Well, do you want to force these men to kind of be these women to be in these men's spaces, knowing that's not what the women, excuse me, that's not what the men find attractive?" Yes, actually, yes, 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 right, yes. Mr. Z's answer is yes. The best thing we can do is put black women in white men's spaces. Force white men to have to interact with black women. That will increase the interracial marriage rate for black women. Probably not, but still. Huh? So shout out to that young lady, the black young lady that I have in my video clips. That said, going to these white schools pretty much messed her up. Nope, 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 nope. Not good enough. Nope. Where's your white husband? Huh? Where's your white husband, young lady? We need you to have a white husband stat. Huh? And indifferences, TF indifferences, don't forget the most important part, Z. White women have to accept, excuse me, white women either have to accept them with open arms or seethe with jealousy. Oh, yeah, that's important. That's important, right? Because what would black women be in America? What would they be if they didn't have, on one hand, white girlfriends that accept them with open arms, and this is just their sister girl, and on the other side are other white women that are seething with envy that this black woman, who they deem as a standard, maybe even ugly black woman, how does she capture such a great guy, white man? Yeah, you're right, TF indifferent. Absolutely. This is important to the storyline, right? Oh, I didn't even know this was part of a documentary also, right? And I already know about was it Hinge, right? And Spain Man says, go find the Netflix documentary episode where they were speaking on black women pushing for white men to pick them more on dating apps. This is important. This will save America, right? And Gilgami says, to hopefully be accepted by the enemy's groups of men, the enemy groups of men, to a similar standard to the enemy's groups of women, the outgroup woman has to bow her head lower and spread her legs wider than would be the in-group woman. Of course. Of course. And shout out to that Nigerian young lady, because that's exactly what she's engaging in right now. We see you, young lady. Nice work. You played the damsel in distress card. Check. You played the black men don't value me card. Check. You play the I inform my parents on why I don't want to date American black men. Check. These black men don't want to rise to our standards. Check. Oh, you played that masterfully, right? The fake voice of a certain level of class. Check. Status. Check. right? Claiming to be the victim of cyberbully black men, check. Exaggerating, straight up lying about how many black men are in your comments bullying you, check. Oh, beautifully done, right? This is Oscar worthy. DJ Scan says this is embarrassing once again. Embarrassing for we are black men. We just want the best for black women. We want the best for them, right? It shouldn't be embarrassing. Black men want the best for black women. And clearly, according to this young lady, the best for black women is to expand their options and to date out because black men ain't cutting the mustard. This shouldn't be embarrassing, DJ Scan. We live in America, and clearly black men are incapable, inept, colorist, texturist, featurist, don't know how to value black women, don't know how to treat black women, don't want to spend money on black women, don't want to take black women to dates with effort. And so the best thing that black men like me and you can do is tell white men to come and get them and to show black men how a woman should be treated, right? It's as if a parent that realized, you know what, I cannot take care of this child. I don't have the wherewithal, I don't have the funds, I don't have the discipline, right? I don't think I'm going to be a good parent. And they put that child up for adoption, and that child gets adopted by a great family, a family that was looking to have a child, a family that was struggling to have a child, a family that has the resources and the wherewithal, and they live in a nice neighborhood, and you know, the kid is going to get to be in great extracurriculars and go traveling with these new adopted parents, and et cetera, et cetera. Black men, right? So yeah, no, this is great. And Spain Man, thank you for the super sticker. Thank you for the super sticker. This is great, right? This is the best thing we can do for black women. It's to tell non-black men, but namely white men, that black women are here. They are open, right? Don't don't be afraid just because you see black women might be a bit unruly and a bit undisciplined when it comes to black men. All of that will change for you, Mr. White Man, right? Don't don't worry about black women being rude and obnoxious and loud and angry and bitter in your presence because she won't do that with you. Even if you see her do that with black men, even if you see her behave that way and act that way with black men, she will not dare do that with you, Mr. White Man. No, we need to tell white men straight up, no, come get black women. And make sure this is the very important part. Make sure she stays over there. No return to sender. We will not accept a receipt. No, nope, 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 nope. The second she go over there, she stay over there. Right? That's the one rule. The second she goes over there, she stays over there. We do not accept returns. On your part or her part. There will be no, on second thought, nope. No buyer's remorse, none of it. Because trust, there will be no seller's remorse, right? And Spain Man says we need an official Black Manosphere press release stating that we endorse the divest movement and will work closely with them to get them the hell up I said that the hell up out the community, right? Yes, exactly. Spain Man, sold as is, open box discount, right? So is Mr. Z going to continue to bring up the data and bring up the numbers and future lives about the likeliness of black women marrying out? Yes. But I just wanted to make sure that today, that we say to black women and to white men, y'all need to work something out. Y'all need to negotiate, right? Spainman said, pun intended. Open box discount. I hear you, right? Dear black women, you can stop dissing and sneak dissing black men. Dear young Nigerian lady, you can stop it. Just say that. Say that to white men. Look, marry dark-skinned black women. Marry dark-skinned black women in crazy numbers, in significant numbers, right? And dear white men, whatever you have to say that. Y'all go ahead and negotiate, make something happen, make something work, and y'all can't leave the room until y'all negotiate. There's a lot of puns in that one. White men negotiate. Y'all know how y'all do with the nuclear deal with Russia. We're gonna decrease our nuclear stockpile this much every year, every 10 years, and then we'll check on different nations and we'll see what happened. Same thing. White men, hey, we're gonna increase our interracial marriage rate with black women by this much every year, and we'll check every decade to see how we're doing. Oliver says, leave us alone because we tired. I hear you, right? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And Dut says, black men must not date these reach back chicks like that Ole. Yeah. And you're absolutely right on that. Right? You're absolutely right. Huh. So we can just end this, right? So yeah, so that's my stream, you guys. We will pause right here. Love piece of chicken grease. Um, yeah, no, look, to this young lady, fine. You started you can help to continue a discussion about black women and white men, and y'all making it work, right? And y'all making it work. Let's end all of this weird talk about black men not being loyal, black men cyberbullying black women, and saying women like you don't deserve. Nope, 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 nope. Let's end that, and let's end you throwing black men under the bus to appeal to white men. No, you and white men and white men's families need to go and negotiate on how and when and where y'all will be married, right? And GC says, y'all talking about your African queen. Well, the African queen wants a white king, and we're trying to facilitate that for her. We're trying to make it happen, right? And what we're telling her is she needs to go negotiate with the white king, with the white snow king. Stop with all the throwing black men under the bus to appeal to white men. No, go talk to white men. Go say that. Go say whatever you have to say to white men, and white men, whatever you have to say to black women. Y'all make it work. And if black women leave with their feelings hurt, so be it. And if white men leave with their feelings hurt, so be it. Right? If both of y'all don't get what y'all want, so be it. If white men say, I want white babies, oh well. If black women say, I want the status of white women, oh well. Y'all negotiate. Come to a compromise. Huh? Huh. Vince says we finna start going. We're finna start doing arranged marriages if nobody else gonna start it up. I'm saying we need. Fine. Mr. Z will start it. I'm really not trying to do this in real life though. And we'll start a crowdfunding to start a dating site strictly for black women and white men arrangements, and it won't just be smash sessions. No, marriage. The end goal here, the end goal here is marriage, right? It don't count if y'all don't get married. Marriage-minded white men seeking marriage-minded black women, marriage-minded black women seeking marriage-minded white men. Huh. Oliver says, can we get some of that delicious DEI funding for this? And that's what it's about at the end of the day anyway, isn't it? Getting black women in the same spaces as white men so that enough white men can choose upon black women. We're just expediting the process. Huh? Let's just expedite the process. Let's stop beating around the bush. Let's stop having black women be in these corporate spaces with white men, and white men, do what they do with them, and then they don't marry them. No. Let's expedite the process and just call it down the middle for what we're really trying to do. We are trying to get black women married in significant number to white men of means and status. Trell said, "Seeking swirl loving." I'm saying, perfect title, perfect name for a swirl website, a swirl dating site. Seeking swirl loving. I'm really thinking that. Damn it, you said it. Okay, you beat me to it. You beat me to it. Damn, Trell. I literally was about to say this. You got me. And Trell says, "Seeking swirl arrangements." Exactly. That's what I was thinking. Seeking swirl arrangements. That's it right there. Right. Vince is just giving it a little kick. Yeah, that's all we're doing. Right. Let's just expedite the process, man. Right. Huh. And GC says, I'm currently reading The Dating Divide, Z. Yeah, don't let it deter you from us building this damn website. Right? Because The Dating Divide is going to tell you that women of color are pretty much responding to white men, and everything comes down to race, and it's really about white patriarchy, the white man, and the way women of color see the white man, and the white man, and we know white people in general ignore the advances of people of color. Yeah. Anyway, once again, we are going to start this site for black women and white men to get married. Trail says match swirl. Match.swirl. Right? Huh. Hysterical. And GC says, I already encountered some BS, laughing my butt off. They say that black women face more scrutiny when they date interracially than black men. Doesn't matter. We're going to start this website. Right? Swirlharmony.com. Hysterical. GC says, I'm a web developer, so I can make it for you. Let's get it. Let's make it happen. Right? Seeking swirl arrangements. So on that note, y'all, let Mr. Z go. So we'll pause right here. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Once again, shout out to this young lady. Whoever knows her, send this to her. Whoever knows somebody that knows her, send this to her. She's not going to listen to the whole thing. That's besides the point. And tell her, hey, we're going to help you with that. You don't got to throw black men under the bus. We're going to help you and other black women end up with a mythical, magical, non-black man, but namely white man, because we know that's what it's about. And you're right. Black men don't value black women enough because black men aren't as omnipotent and omniscient as white men. You're correct. And so we're going to help you with that. Right? This is the government program right here, right? So we'll take care of the commercial side, and all of the brothers and sisters that are in politics take care of moving the politicians politically to advocate for this, right? And Spainman says the Blackistan Relocation Initiative. That's hysterical. Oh, that's funny. And that is exactly how it would be named if the government got involved. Wow, that's Spainman. Bravo. Because that's exactly how they would name it. The Blackistan Relocation Initiative. Hysterical. That's good. That's really good. Right? TF says, all proceeds go to the Black Manosphere. Hysterical. Because that's exactly where the money would be going. and we would be subsidizing brothers getting their passports. Right? Man, right? So on that note, y'all, GC says mandatory black wives for white men. Right? Exactly. Right. So on that note, y'all, we'll truly pause right here. Shout out to this young lady. Whoever knows her or knows somebody that knows her in any kind of way, send this to her. Look, we're gonna try to help you. We're gonna try to help you, and we're gonna try to help non-black excuse me, we're gonna try to help all black women get with these non-black men, particularly white men. Right? So this is the goal, right? So it says zealots of the gynocracy. Right? So yeah, we'll end right there, y'all. Y'all have a great rest of y'all night. So let's do the outro. I'm Waffles says Z question mark. What's going on? I'm Waffles. Yeah. So Charles says debris, right? Um Joe says for 25 cents a day you can adopt Keisha, right? Oh man. Oh, he says private comment. Wait a minute. Let me see. Give me a second. Okay, there we go. And I'm Waffles says Z. Have you already covered the black woman and white husband couple? Apparently, a article misquoted her saying white man value marriage more than black man, and the black woman said she never said that. No, I haven't seen. I covered because what was his last name again? So I already covered it, but I didn't hear about the angle of the black wife saying that or the black woman saying that. Right, right. Because I covered it when it first because this is old by the way, but I covered it when the story first resurfaced, and then I covered it again when the white man said, "Yo, I sent a cease and desist letter. Like I did not say this." Right. So I covered it twice, but I did not cover it from this angle. Right. So I didn't even know that was this angle. Okay. And yeah, send it to me. Send it to me. I can send the link from Medium Man. Okay. Right. So on that note, y'all, let's truly pause right here. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Y'all go check out other Black Manosphere content, other non-Manosphere content. Today is a Tuesday, right? So Art New Style should be streaming in a little bit. I think I just saw Dr. Thunder's pop up. So y'all check out Dr. Thunder or Art New Style. I'm not sure who else is streaming tonight. And so yeah, y'all. Young lady, we are here to help. 1-800 Black Manosphere. We can get you hooked up with what is it? Our operators are at the phone right now, right? So we will try to get you swirler divestors, even the ones of you that are thinking about it, right? We'll try to get you hooked up with your white husband and off you go, right? And once again, white men, no returns, no backsies. Black women, no reachbacks, right? And so on that note, we'll pause right here truly, and y'all have a great rest of y'all night. Mr. Z out.